In this session, you're going to learn how to cut out a rock, and you're going to learn how to use layers, and you're going to learn a couple of the basic tools that you need to cut things out and to move things around. So let's look up here. We've got the move tool. If any tool's missing, there's a little drop down arrow here. So with the move tool, auto select can be a pain because it will select lots of things on the layer stack if they're visible. At the moment, these ones have turned off. That one is turned on because you can see the eye symbol. If you can't resize, then there is a problem with not having transform tool controls on here. So whenever you're in a toolbar here, the tool option bar will change. So if I go to the rectangle select tool and click on it, suddenly the toolbar up here changes. Equally, when we come down here, the paintbrush or the eraser tool, which we'll come on to later, or pen tool, which we won't come on to. So this is the magic wand, and I can select things on a layer and I can hit delete. Now this is really good because I've got a nice contrasting background, but you can see it's picked up some of the shirt here as well. So I'm just going to go select and deselect. If ever you get this marquee up, you need to go select, deselect. So to cut out the rock, I could do this, try and draw a shape in an ellipse, and then I could go edit, cut, and then if you notice the layer here, edit, paste, and then I can hide the layer underneath, which was his body, and I've cut him out. It's not very skillful at all. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to do Control Z or edit, undo, step backwards, and they're still on separate layers. So one more Control Z, and the rock is back. So like I said, if you get this selection tool, you need to go to select and then deselect, otherwise you'll start moving things around and it'll be a mess. Kind of cool, but still a mess. So next, we're going to do it the easy way. Make sure the layer is selected, because if you're in the wrong layer, it won't work. If I go up to select and then magic cut, now it's going to analyze the image and it's going to kind of guess what you want to cut out. I'm going to use a grey, and I can make the brush bigger and smaller here. I'm just going to move this up quite a lot because I want just his head. So grey out any green that you don't want. And then use red to mark the areas that you want to get rid of. And it's pretty clever. It can be a bit tricky, and if it goes horribly wrong, sometimes it's best just to close it with the X up here. Again, this is actually quite good because it's a blend. I would say it's slightly more than I wanted, so I'm going to take the brush down a little bit, go to green, and I'm just going to make sure I get the top of his head. I should bring back the rest of his head there, and just take the chin there, and shouldn't be a problem with his side, but I'm going to use red just to get rid of the bottom of his neck. So obviously this is the preview menu screen. Okay, so click OK. Hang on, what's that? Go away. Click OK. So there I've got the rock. Now you've got a couple of layers here you can play around with. So this is the egg that we're going to start off using. I just want you to go to the move tool, put on transform controls, and you'll notice I'm in the wrong layer. If I want to move the rock, not the egg, I need to go to the rock layer up here, and the transform controls is showing the bit that I've cut out as well. So we're going to turn the rock into an egg, and the way we're going to do that is make it roughly the right size. And next we're just going to zoom in. Control plus to zoom in, Control minus to zoom out. Just allows me to see it better. Spacebar will allow you to pan and move the canvas around. Okay, so next we're going to do something very technical. Down here on the layers, we've got layer mask or raster mask. If I click on that, I've got this white canvas now, and I can use my paintbrush, and this is where the skill's going to be. I can change my paintbrush menu up here, and I'm going to use a soft brush so that it softens the edges, and then I'm going to choose to paint black. Now, if I have this fully black and I paint across his face, he disappears. Now can you see that line? It's appeared here on the little raster mask. So I'm going to do Control Z to get rid of that. And the idea is that we use this mask just to paint out. Now the good thing about this is that mask preserves the layer underneath. So if I don't like what I've done, and click and paint, click and paint. If I don't like what I've done, then I can actually just go and delete the mask. So if I wanted to delete the mask, I can right click and delete the mask and it's gone. Control Z to undo something. Right, quite like that. I'm just going to take the opacity on that layer down a little bit so that he blends in. A little bit more blending needed, but you get the idea. Now with this, you could use this background, or you could put your own background in as well. So I'm just going to go and get rid of this egg and put the one that you've got that's already been cut out. And then we're going to put it in space, or we could put it in a kitchen. We could put it in a jungle. I quite like the space one. So now obviously if I got rid of the egg, you could extend this technique to anything you want, any face, anything that works quite well. So I could, if I wanted to, move his face, making sure the layer's selected, and he could become the rock in the moon. You get the idea. Now you can pick any celebrity you want, but the general rule is they need to be facing you for this to work on an egg type thing. So enjoy.